Hello YouTube, your shooting buddy here again. Thanks for giving us your time and attention today. I want to talk about today the guns of the Old West, or at least some of the guns of the Old West. And whenever you think of the Old West, the gun that was on 99% of the cowboys in the movies was Colt 1873 single action army. It was made famous by the movies. It made everybody in my generation really want one of those guns. And in fact, for a time, I did have an original Colt. I had a 7.5-inch 45 long Colt. Technically, the term is 45 Colt. 1873. It was all original. It had a letter from the factory verifying that it was made by Colt and sent to a hardware store in St. Louis. And you can get that from the historical records of Colt. If you buy an original Colt, you'll be able to send to their place, and you get I think the price is $75 or maybe $100 by now. You get a nice letter that you can frame that gives you the original history of the gun, and it verifies that it's original. It gives you the barrel length, the grips, who it was originally sold to, which was usually a gun store or a hardware store or something like that. The original Colts now are becoming more and more rare. They cost thousands and thousands of dollars, and even the rattiest of them brings good money. So it's not surprising that lots of copies have been made. And one of the most robust copies of the Colt 1873 that's been made is Ruger came out with a new Vaquero. The Ruger New Vaquero was designed for your Cowboy Action Shooters, which is something I guess I can go into at a future video, but just for your information, this is what the new Ruger New Vaquero looks like. It has the look and the feel of an original Colt, yet you can shoot it basically all you want, so that you can not diminish its value. It's a play gun. It's not a gun designed for collecting at all. It's a shooter, and it's great fun to shoot. Now, the way you tell the gun is safe is you open the little loading gate and you spin the cylinder, and you can see the gun is empty. So this gun is safe. It's got the hard rubber grips like a lot of the original Colts came out with. But how it's different is it's safer. It's got the transfer bar technology. I don't know if you can see that. There's a transfer bar right there. So the gun cannot accidentally go off unless the trigger is pulled. And that is a big improvement. In real life, in the Old West, these guns really only carried 5 rounds in the chamber, in the cylinder, because the hammer had to rest on an empty chamber. If you had a loaded round in there, if you jostle the gun or you hit a bumped too hard or your horse reared up, you might wind up shooting yourself in the leg. So you didn't want to do that. Not recommended. Getting shot in the leg is not ever fun, especially when you do it to yourself. So most of the real cowboys carried only 5 rounds in the cylinder. And so I wanted to show you, I have 2 of these guns for my Cowboy Action Shooting, and I haven't done that in a number of years. A lot of circumstances have gotten in the way, but my intention is growing that I'm going to get back into it, and I got to tell you, it's a load of fun. So what I was trying to show you before with the transfer bar, this here is a replica of an 1875 Remington. So it's the same kind of era as the 1873 Colt. It never got as much play as the Colt did in the movies. Yet you do see some of these in the movies, and I always enjoy it when I do, because you know, I love this gun very much, and the way it looks and the way it functions is very nice. This is a copy I got from Navy Arms many years ago, and I very stupidly, I don't know if you can see it, engraved into the handle BTK, standing for Billy the Kid. So I was young and stupid then, and that's what I did. And I've left these grips on here all this time, so I could remind myself what not to do with a nice gun when you have it. So in order to check to see if this gun is safe, it works a little differently. Well, you still open the loading gate, but you have to put the hammer on half cock, and you can turn it around, and you can see that this gun is empty. Okay? Now, what I want you to notice, I'm going to put it on full cock, and take a look at the hammer. You'll notice on the hammer is the firing pin. That's how an original Colt was designed, with a firing pin on the hammer. So if you had an original Colt or Remington and you put 6 rounds in the chamber, in the cylinder, you would in essence, when you put the hammer down, have that firing pin literally resting on the primer of the cartridge that was lined up with the barrel. Not a very safe thing to do. So, as I said before, the cowboys used to carry them with only 5 in the chamber, and that's really how they did it. And the hammer down against the empty chamber. And that's the way you carry that gun. Another gun I wanted to show you is, again, it's a replica of a Colt, but it's called a sheriff's model. It's got the bird's head handle. It's got a real short barrel, as you can see. Again, to check to see that it's empty, you do it the same as we did with the Remington, and you can see that it's empty. So, and you'd say, well, in the days of 17-round magazines and 30-round AR-15 magazines, 120-round drum magazines, why would anybody go back and get these old-style guns? Well, I'll tell you why. They're fun, they're fun, they're fun. you want to enjoy shooting again, get yourself one of these, and you'll see that it's quite a bit of fun. You get that nostalgia back. You feel like you're back in the Old West, or you can understand how it felt to be there. And the most exciting thing is, you know what, it doesn't burn through the ammo so fast. Every time you fire 5 rounds or 6 rounds, you have to stop, empty the gun, and reload. And you know what, that slows you down, and that makes for a very, very nice afternoon of shooting. Well, that's all I have for you today. I wanted to just quickly go over these guns with you and show you what we had. I thank you very much for watching. If you liked it, please subscribe. We're trying to build up a little bit of a following, so if you like it, give me a thumbs up, and please subscribe. And thank you very much.